Today I'm doing one of my usual walks through Sanur, but I'm going to take a little bit of a twist on that and do a bit of a loop walk so that if you want to follow along in my footsteps, you can do just that. So where I'm starting off at is on Jalan Kasari, which goes up that way. Yeah, I'm on the main road in Sanur, Jalan Danau Tamlingan. I'll take Jalan Kasari. This is actually quite near the Andas Hotel. So if you're in that southern end of town, you'll know exactly where I am. And as I go along this walk, if you're sort of staying anywhere along my walk, you can just join onto that and loop around, sort of like if you started off where I am right now. Okay, here with Bruce from where are you from? Perth.
Look. There you go. Docker supporter.
A Docker. Well, I'm from Sydney, so I wouldn't have a clue about AFL. So Docker doesn't mean anything to me. You could be from Mars and I wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's good, mate.
You're into NRL?
NRL?
Yeah, I like NRL.
Yeah.
But easy.
Yeah.
I'm a Broncos fan, mate.
Well, okay, we don't need
to. Next year, we'll see how
we don't need to talk anymore.
We'll see how they go. We'll see how they go if we can get some players.
How long are you here for?
We just arrived. We're only here until Tuesday.
Funny thing is, we're sitting down, and Bruce's first time ever in Bali.
Oh, wow.
And he's telling me about, you go down the street, and there's this down here, and this down here, and there's some Warungs down here. And he's telling me about the planes.
Expert.
You know more about Bali. I've been here like 3 times. It's all from the videos.
Yeah,
watch your
beautiful.
videos, mate. So
thank you, mate.
That.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Mate.
Thank
Keep up the good work. Good to
I'll
see you, mate, Adam.
All right.
All right, mate.
All right, see you around. That's a good place for a rental, isn't it? 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. They actually don't call them bedrooms, they call them bad rooms. But that'd be a really nice location. It's so close to the beach and so close to the centre of town. I would dare to say that is an expensive place. It's gotten really expensive near the main road over the past few years. Really expensive. And a lot of the places around here have big grounds, big pools, and land like that just costs so much now. Especially post-COVID, things have really gone through the roof. Even after I got here, so I've only been here 2.5 years, and when I first got here, it was pretty expensive, but it's gotten about 50% more expensive than that in the past 2.5 years. So, yeah, that's a nice little place there, being renovated or built, it looks like. Nice location. There's lots of little side roads down here as well, so there's not really much here, but it's sort of like a good place to walk just to see what local life is like down in these back streets. So what we're doing today is Jalan sedikit. Yeah, Jalan is just basically wandering around and roaming around the place, and sedikit is just a little bit. Yeah, so if someone says, "Do you want me to add sugar?" you can say sedikit, just a little bit. Just a little bit. There are other words that are similar to sedikit that are not used the same way. So for example, when you're talking about a little bit spicy, you can't say sedikit, because when you're talking about the word spicy is an adjective. So when you have an adjective and you want to say a little bit, it has to be the word agak, A-G-A-K, agak pedas. Yeah, a little bit spicy. So a great example of that would be something like, if you're saying the weather today is quite hot, you can say something along the lines of hari ini cuacanya agak panas. That would be a good way to say that. I've actually started the sentence with hari ini, so today the weather is. You can alter that around like you can in English as well. You could actually say cuaca hari ini agak panas. You could say that too. You switch all the words around and people will get the drift. Pretty much like English in some ways as well. As we get to the Kembali Lagi guest house, we're going to take a right down here and get down this back street down here. Today's walk's going to be about 3 kilometres. That's the plan. So most of you are going to be able to do this pretty easily, I reckon. But if you find that you don't have the mobility that you once used to and you want to get down here with taxis, you can definitely visit some of the places that I'll mention along this walk with taxis as well. A couple of words that I just used there were panas and pedas, which is sometimes called pedas, but pedas is the real way to say it. Those 2 words often get interchanged by people accidentally, because in English we often say the word hot to mean spicy hot, but also temperature hot, and in Indonesian you would never do that. You would never do that. Pedas is spicy and panas means hot. It's so beautiful down this road. I really love it down this road. It's this is all part of the Kasari sort of bunch of roads. This is actually, as you see there, it says Jalan Kasari 2. And it's just very residential, very suburban, very peaceful, and you feel like you're a million miles from everywhere. but it just feels really good. This place over here we go. Serenity Villas, look at that. Looks like a lot of them have been sold already. There's some sort of villa complex that's been sold off the plan. They look pretty nice, don't they? Could cost a bit. They're promising a return on investment of 8 to 16%, which sounds good if it was a yearly promise, but I don't know about that. Can they promise that? Look at that beautiful land there. Nice manicured front lawn. Yeah, nice, isn't it? Just a nice little area. There's actually quite a few really nice, more established parts of Sanur, like this one is one of them, and there's some other ones closer to the beach as well, which are just fantastic. And if you were lucky enough to sort of get your own block of land back in the day, you'd be living here, but these days it's out of reach for most people. Little toko bangunan there, it looks like a little hardware store, and then tiny little warung there. Warung Cinta. All meals starting from 10,000 rupiah. Beautiful, yeah. It looks like this may have been a little bit more popular back in the day. That's what it sort of feels like. There might have been a few more little accommodation options around here. Like, for example, that there, Villas Oasis and Villas Aquarama. Like, the sign's all busted up, and it looks like maybe at one point it was a bit of a goer. But at the moment, it feels like some of these places look a bit older. Great architecture though. I love these entrance gates to people's houses. Look at that. Isn't that just glorious? I'd love one of those on my house, that's for sure. I'm walking around at about 1 o'clock here in these back streets of Sanur, and the weather's actually quite mild compared to what it's been. The dry season's in full swing now, and we've got lots of blue sky and a bit of wind around. So there's always just a little bit of a breeze, and geez, it just takes the edge off. I think the humidity's gone down a little bit since the wet season. Maybe it's down to the sort of 70% mark now. I see that sometimes it does get up to 80% still, but it's none of those sort of 90% days that we've been having where it's just dreadful sometimes. In these back streets, there are lots of places like this. For example, Taman Bali Homestay. There are lots of places like that. And a lot of those places are open for long-term stays. So you can roll up to these places and get a little room, and you might find the prices are quite reasonable. You might get something for, say, 3 million a month. Well, you'd have to do a bit of shopping around. So we're just walking all the way along this road, this very suburban road, a little bit of shade here, which is nice. So we're just gonna walk all the way to the end where that tea section is there, and then do a quick left and right. And that gets us up the road called Jalan Bumi, and it's one of the most famous roads away from the main road here in Sanur. I mean, when I say famous, I don't mean like it's a road you're going to have to go and see. It's famous as in like there's a lot of villas and hotels and stuff along it. So here we go. This deserves a bit of a mention as well. A really good warung down that way is called Warung Old Brick, and another good one here is called Warung Naksa. And both of those places are really good places for a cheap, tasty feed. And this road up here is Jalan Bumi. If you go further down that road a little bit, there's quite a few guest houses down there that are very, very good. Good value, swimming pools. You know, you should be able to get something for around 350,000 a night down there. This is another good place that's good for a beer and a bit of a meal, Warung Putus. I've been there a couple of times and I do like that place. Very simple, but yeah, good as well. Like, it's fairly cheap and just a bit of an old style place, even though it's not that old. It's sort of what you want when you're in a place like Sanur. I mean, if you want to go out for lunch, but you don't want anything too fussy, you just nick in there and get a fried rice or a chicken schnitty or something like that. I'm actually noticing a lot more construction along here like that than I can ever remember along these roads. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Maybe there's a bit of an injection of money into the town, which is strange given that tourist numbers are pretty quiet at the moment. One of the things I've been thinking of a little bit lately is, I mean, it sounds a bit crazy, but vitamin D. Because a friend of mine who's a similar age to me, a local friend, she's got vitamin D deficiency, even though she lives here in Bali where we get so much sun. And I was quite surprised by that. And I thought, that's probably something I need to check on as well. Now, granted, when she goes out, she does cover up totally because she doesn't want to get sunburned. and I do sort of expose my arms and legs, but it just got me thinking that maybe I need to do a little bit more to get some sun exposure. For example, I go out early morning when the sun's not that strong. It can feel hot, but you don't get a lot of that sort of UV absorption or whatever it is that you're supposed to be getting to get that vitamin D. And sort of walking out in this sort of sun is absolutely perfect for it. You don't even need that much, probably only about 15 minutes and you're fine. The only problem is that it's blazing hot and you can only take so much. But the good thing about Bali for me is that it really does encourage you to sort of go outside a little bit more than maybe you would do in your home country. It depends where you live, of course. Like if you live by the beach in your home country, of course you get out a little bit more. Or you live near a great park, of course you're going to go for a bit of a walk more often. But a lot of people don't live anywhere where there's a footpath, for example. So walking out onto the roads is a little bit sort of uncomfortable or not pleasant, or they might live in a hilly area and they can't really get up and down. So yeah, I just sort of find that I'm drawn outside a lot more here in Sanur than I would be in other places. Like where I was living in Bandung, West Java, like I would just stay indoors most of the time. I would go out for a run very early morning, but the rest of the day I just didn't want to face what was out there. But Bali, just brilliant. As we get further up Jalan Bumi, we get to the back of the resort, Watu Jimbar. It's not the prettiest thing from the back end, actually. Up here, there's a cafe that someone recommended to me that I'm going to try and drop into to get maybe a coffee or something like that before moving on. It's called Little House Cafe. It's just up here on the right after this hotel. I think it's fairly new and it's attached to a guest house that's up here. And in the past, there wasn't any branding of any sort of type, or there wasn't sort of any signs out the front. And at the moment now, they've got a little sign that says Little House Cafe. So we're going to get in there and check it out. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's sort of what it looks like. Look at that. That looks beautiful, doesn't it? Let's go in.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I love this place.
Thank you. We have good coffee here if you want maybe.
Do you promise it's the best coffee ever?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I'm going to get one of those. I'll get a flat white. I'll get one of those.
Okay.
Thank you, mate. You're very confident. All right, this guy's promised me a great coffee. And man, it looks good. It looks really good. If this is a really good coffee, I've got trouble now because it's going to be like the biggest list of best coffee in Sanur you've ever had. It is a good coffee too. It's a really good coffee. Wow. How do they keep doing this? All these great coffees. Nice little chocolate chip biscuit. I'll just show you this place, what it looks like. It's so casual and so laid back and relaxed. And because the breeze is sort of coming through here, it's just really quite wonderful. I'm surprised when I've been past it before, I didn't really see it. As I said, there were no signs or anything, but it's almost like I didn't even notice it in the past. Really love this place. I don't think it gets that many customers because it's not that well known. It's on a back street. But if you're coming along a walk like this, definitely a place to stop in for a bite to eat or some coffee. Flat white's only 35,000, by the way. I'm with Angga. He's the barista. Now, he's got really great English, but I'm going to speak to him in Indonesian today. Jadi Angga, dari mana asalnya?
Dari Denpasar.
Denpasar. Orang Bali dari Denpasar, masih tinggal di Denpasar juga?
Saya tinggal di Gianyar.
Oh, Gianyar. Dan ini buka udah berapa lama yang ini?
2 bulan.
2 bulan, ya. And belajar bikin kopi di mana, Angga?
Otodidak.
Oh, tapi nggak diajarin oleh orang lain? Oh, wow. Tapi untuk kualitas kayak gini, menurut saya bagus banget.
Oke.
Dari YouTube ya, kalau udah belajar kayak gitu.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih, Angga.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, yeah. Lovely little cafe that. I'm actually glad I stopped in. And I was sort of alerted to it, even though I've passed by this place a heap of times, I was actually alerted to it by a viewer named Ross, who was apparently there on the opening day and said in one of the comments, oh, I should go there, it's good coffee. And I've only just finally gotten to it. So thank you for that, Ross. Really appreciate the tip. It's those sorts of tips that we share on this channel that I think really helps everyone enjoy Sanur so much more. So we're coming up to this road down here, that way. We're going to turn right down here. And what I'm going to do is just sort of break the loop a little bit and go somewhere else as well. But I'll show you what I mean by that. So there's a few little places along here which are worth a look, I think. So the first place that I like down here is a place called Warung. Yeah, Warung is just here. Beautiful, beautiful place. Good food, really good food, good coffee. It's like an upmarket warung. It's almost restaurant style. It's so good. It's a little bit more than a cafe, a little bit more than a warung. Beautiful spot. The other place that's up here, up on the left, that people love is a place called Oliver's Place. This sort of actually cuts across to the main north-south road here in Sanur, and obviously I'm going to turn right to head back to where I started from. But because it's the main road, there's going to be a heap of stuff to point out when we get on there. So that's Oliver's Place. I've actually never been there. It's a restaurant. I've just never been there. Everyone recommends it to me. I just haven't got around to going to it. Probably should. Like, I've been here for long enough that I should have gone there by now, but I haven't. I really need to be turning right here, but I'm going to just turn left because I want to mampir to Olli. Olli's just up here, like it's only 50 metres up there. Olli is a fantastic bakery. You've seen me go to a few times. I really love it. I'm just going to mampir, which means to drop in, stop by, that sort of word. A really useful word. This is it. Love it. Oh, it's busy. I'm not even going to get a seat here. What am I going to get? Nice little pastries and cakes and stuff. Ooh, love that cheesecake. So the craziest thing is I've just come into Olli to order a couple of things, and then Wenny tells me that a few people have put money on the counter for me. So I've got 100 from Andy from Maxville. Thanks, Andy. There's a little note. And then there's another one. Adam, David and Emma from Adelaide. Thanks for the great content. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Like, it means I don't have to pay for my lunch. So what I got was a few items here, including the cheesecake, which I really love. I'm trying a new item, which is a sausage, egg and cheese bun. Like, it sounds like a sausage and egg McMuffin from Macca's, but it's going to be a bit better than that, I reckon. And I've got a passion fruit soda, and that comes to 200,000, almost bang on. So really appreciate that support, guys. Now look at that thing. So we've got a baked egg on there. They put a bit of cream in there as well somehow. It's square shaped. It's American style sort of sausage, like a sausage and egg McMuffin. And that bun, which is super soft, is what they bake in-house. So it should be good. Let's give it a go. All right, we're going to check it out. Oh, it looks good. It's amazing. The flavour of that is just absolutely phenomenal. It is a really, really fantastic sandwich and perfect for lunch or even brekkie. I'm also having this passion fruit soda, which is really refreshing. And that's a really nice one to have because it is pretty hot once you're walking around out here for a couple of hours. Like, you start sweating buckets, so you need to sort of rehydrate. I've already had my coffee, so I don't need another one of those. Okay, so we're doing cheesecake now. Look at that, beautiful. I absolutely love this cheesecake. I don't know why, it's just got something about it which I love. I mean, I like cheesecake anyway, but this one, it's got that, it's got the lemon curd on top, which really just gives it a nice little cut through. And that biscuity base is just beautiful. It's not too thick and it's not too hard. It's like a nice little crumble. As much as I could stay there all day stuffing my face with cakes, I need to get going and get back onto this loop. Okay, so that's where I popped out of, and we're gonna go down here now, Main Street, all the way down, and I'll point out the stuff that I like, that I know about, and the places I sort of go to every now and then. So that's the Mona Lisa. I've never been there, but a few people have sort of recommended it to me as sort of like a place that you might go for dinner, like a casual dinner. People really love it. I just get the feeling that might be a decent sort of one that I just haven't tried yet. Over the road from the Gria Santrian, which is just there are a lot of places along here really that I've never tried, but I have been recommended on the channel to go there. For example, like that Wicked Parrot, that does things like a lot of British food. And they have live music there and that sort of stuff. So it's one of those sorts of places.
Oh, you are. Legend.
What's your name?
John.
G'day, how you going, John?
Good, mate, yourself?
What are you doing here? Holiday?
Just holiday.
How long are you here for?
Till Saturday.
Saturday. All right, so you watch the channel, do you?
100%.
Beautiful, that's good. So whereabouts are you staying here?
I just remember.
Oh, nice place. You got the good one, mate.
A little bit.
All right, nice to meet you, mate. Really good to meet you.
No problems at all.
That was nice, wasn't it? Bumping into John there. So this is the Sanur Resort Watu Jimbar, the one that we saw the back of from the other side. So we walked up there, came around, and then down here. And then that's the El Resort over there, which is that new remodeled hotel. I think they've only done half of it so far. They're still sort of not quite complete, but you can stay there now. It's already opened. I mean, if you were doing this walk at night, up and down here, there's a lot of live music. For example, that place there is Casablanca. That's always got live music. Got Three Monkeys, which is here, which is a very popular place. So since the footpaths were completed Christmas last year, you can get a bit of pace up along these footpaths. Like, they're quite smooth now, good for wheelchairs, good for prams and that sort of stuff. So it's just a pleasant place to walk up and down here now, like a lot more than it used to be. And if you've got dodgy ankles or knees, which a lot of us do, you just get a good, it doesn't really matter, you get a good pace up. Over there is Bali Moves, that place there. That's like a little real estate agent. They're pretty good, they are. Bread basket, a lot of people go there for brekkie. They do salads and they do sandwiches and they do a bit of bread and pastries and that sort of stuff. Hello. And then over there is Lillian and Coffee, which I really love that place. They do really good home-style cakes. If you love home-style cakes, you're gonna love that place. So there's no parking along this street now, but there is still logistics required, like trucks need to drop off their goods and there's building construction going on and that sort of stuff. So you still do have to navigate the footpath with cars on them a little bit. And this mess of wires up here is currently being sorted out. I don't know if they're adding more, or I know they've cut a heap. Let's go across here. So the road over there, that one over there, that's Jalan Pantai Karang. So that's the road that goes down to Coral Beach. And that's where a lot of the cremations happen. Actually, yesterday, there was a big one down there, and that's why the wires were cut. Because to get past some of them, they had to cut the wires for the ceremony to get through. That's a swastika bungalows, which is actually quite popular, and mainly because it's one of those old school places, well established, and staff who know what you want. This is a place to come for lunch or dinner. Opens at about 2 o'clock. It's called Warung Rainbow, small little spot. Hello. There we go. I heard someone say, "Oh, here he is."
He watches you all the time.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
we've been
good.
looking out for you.
Have you? Oh, well, you found me. I was actually going to come here for lunch, but I just ate up the road, so.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. How's this one now? All right? It's good, isn't it? Good food. I love this place.
That Camp Road, we stayed at Camp Road. Right?
Oh, did ya?
Yeah, I'll put a comment on one of your videos. the
Oh,
other day.
nice. Sorry, what's your name again?
Jason.
Jason, yeah, that's it, yeah. It's clean as anything, isn't it? Oh, really?
Yeah,
And it costs
that's
next to
not
nothing.
outside.
How much does it cost in dollars now? It's about 38 bucks or something like that. Less than $40 now, isn't it? We're getting a selfie as well. This is Jason. He's one of the loyal viewers of the channel since when I first started about 2.5 years ago. Is that right?
Correct, mate. Correct.
Beauty. Thanks,
Yep.
mate.
Heaps of recommendations. It was great.
Yeah, thank you for that. Always nice to bump into people like that. That's it's real nice. So basically, that place, Warung Rainbow, my favourite dishes there, I mean, I haven't had everything, but the ones that I like the chicken satay. I think they are very, very good quality. I also like the fried pork with the Balinese spices. I think they call it babi goreng, bumbu Bali, and I also get a nasi goreng there as well. It's just a really nice place to have a bit of a feed that's not too elaborate, but it tastes good, and you can get as much or as little as you want, so you don't have to have a big feast. Absolutely love detour. They do some of the best sandwiches in town for sure. Some of the best. They are very, very good. Unfortunately, not as busy as I think it deserves, to be honest. So Hotel 101 is a really popular large hotel here in Sanur. You know, it's one of those places which is sort of a high quality hotel, and it's one of those places which has a decent price too. I mean, prices are variable, of course. They'll range anywhere between sort of, I don't know, 700 and $1 million, depending on the season. That's a really good place to go, especially if you don't have budget for something on the ocean side, which is obviously really expensive, and you don't want to be too far inland where it's a little bit cheaper. Sort of like the good middle ground, actually. Nesa Kombi, this place here, is another classic. At night, they'll usually have live music on there, and you know, you've got to find the place that suits you when it comes to live music. You know, you might not like that band, but you might like this band. So you've got to try them out a little bit. sit down, have a drink. If you don't like the band, move on to another place. And there are plenty of them up and down here. Have a bit of a walk up and down at night and you'll find a place that suits you. Also, different nights have different bands on in different places. So finding your favourite place is sometimes a bit dependent on the day that you go there as well. We're actually getting quite close to where I started this video from now. That's Ulu Thai. Really good Thai food there. And on Saturday nights, a really good band plays there. So you have drinks, Thai, watch the band. Nothing could be better. That there is the Maya Hotel, and sort of on the front part of it is a little cafe called, well, I say rupiah, but I think it's supposed to be Ru. It's like something I can't really pronounce properly because my French is no good. And if you didn't know, the Maya is one of the best hotels in town. You pay for it, of course, but you've got beachfront access, you've got the restaurants there, you've got massages and a spa there, and the rooms are just world class. So the Hotel Pineda is there next to the Maya, and then you've got Takisa, which is this place here. Takisa does great Mexican food. I really love it. I normally get the tacos from there. Depending on how hungry I am, I'll get anything from 1 to 4 tacos. 4 is when I'm feeling really hungry, and that's enough for me. If I'm just wanting a little bit of a snack, I'll just get 1. And I often get that delivered to my house, but I'll often go in there as well, just for a little bite to eat as I go past. Over there is Warung Pantai Indah, so you have to go through that car park in there. It's like vacant land more than a car park, and through to the beach. Really good place. That there is the Paradise Gym, which is a premier gym here in Sanur. I mean, I've sort of been a bit negative on it in the past, and I shouldn't be. That was a bit unfair. Dave, someone who I interviewed recently on the channel, tells me, and he's 68, tells me it's a really great gym, and that if you have any interest in going to the gym, that's the place to go because it's just the premier spot. So here we go. This little road down here is where we started the journey. I've now completed, 2.7 kilometres. I've actually taken 2 hours to do it. Most people can do that much quicker than that, but I've stopped, I've chatted, I've had a coffee. I've basically strolled around the 2.7 kilometre loop. So I really hope you've enjoyed coming along with me today on this loop, and maybe you can follow in my footsteps at some point in the future. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Sanur and the rest of Indonesia. I'll catch you next time, and sampai jumpa.